Okay, so let's go here, because this is something Gerren and I talk about very, very often. And I don't want to even say it's sad, but it's just a reality. So many people would answer a survey and say, I am willing to do what it takes to improve myself. They would check the box. I am willing to do whatever it takes to improve myself. And then the process of unpacking that begins. The vulnerability process begins. And all of a sudden, to the point Gerren just made, you see yourself, you catch a glimpse of yourself in the mirror, right? Beyond the makeup, beyond the sewing beard, the lace front beard, beyond all that, you catch a glimpse of yourself in the mirror, and you realize, maybe let me think about this again. Mm-hmm. Let me think about this again. In one of the discussions we've been having, as Gerren is building his new business, is this idea of, man, people are so enamored with the first conversation. Like, they connect with you, they good conversation, it's a vibe going, and they're like, man, I really love this. I really love this buzz, this feeling I'm getting of opening up, right? The doors of me starting to open. And then as the follow-up happens, as Gerren says, okay, hey, wonderful, let's meet, let's have some sessions, here's the cost, and people get frozen. Mm-hmm. People get frozen, like, oh, wait a minute. I don't know if I want to do the work. I don't know if I want to fall in love with the process of transformation. And it's a reality that, guys, most of you watching this video today will know you have work to do. You know you have work to do. And a fraction of you will actually take the steps to do the work. And that is a core mission of what Beyond the Comfort Zone is here to do. We are here to challenge you, to create safe spaces for you to be able to take those steps confidentially and all of that, so that you're not having to bare your soul until you're ready. Because there comes a step in the process, like the 12 steps of AA, where you got to go around and you got to make amends. You have to go around and fill in the gaps for people, because as you show up as a new person, people are going to wonder what happened to the old person. Mm-hmm. So we encourage you to really tap in on this point, because we want you to be part of the percentage that goes above and beyond to improve yourself. And creating those spaces. This is not therapy. There's places and spaces for everything. This is a mirror moment where you have an opportunity to be your authentic self and to get a glimpse of what's really inside, so that we can help you build a plan. And that plan may include therapy. That plan may include some spiritual work. That plan may include some business stuff. But to help you build a plan that will take you to the next level. So again, Gerren, going back, sorry for the quick commercial break. That was important, because this call to action is one that we've talked a lot about, and we need your help. Take the first step. Okay.
As you were talking about that, I thought about a friend of mine who she was going through some challenges within her home, within her family, and so forth. And she reached out to me, and she said, she would shoot me a text and say, "Man, Gerren, I hate this feeling that I'm feeling." And I would ask, what's going on? And she would, I keep doing the same thing over and over again, and feeling the same way that I've been always feeling, and it's like I don't know how to stop. I asked her, "Can we talk? Let's frame this. Let's put this into a professional conversation, because right now you're talking to me as a friend." She goes silent. And I would see her out there doing her thing. She's a powerful lady, awesome, building all kinds of stuff. She runs her own business, and she's doing the thing that she does really well. She works really fast, really on top of things. But behind the scenes, she's still struggling. But she too is running from this conversation. So to your point, there are a lot of people who recognize that it's going to require something else different from them. Yep. But they just choose not to.
Okay, so back to the book, man. So obviously, okay, trying to help people see themselves where they are with a level of authenticity, understanding their superpowers. You talked about in your class, helping people understand who they are, what they are, how they show up.
Yep.
So now again, when they get to that point, when they start seeing, okay, I'm James, I'm good at organizing, I'm good at, I'm a DIA guy, I'm this, I'm that.
Yeah.
What do I now do with that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, life is out there waiting for you. Like if you could look outside of our windows where we are in our studio, life is happening.
It is.
It's like, okay, so you're inside having this conversation. We're out here. We're waiting for you. And as soon as you step out into the world, everything is going to come at you. And that's what I talk about in the book, right? How to fuel your drive with every assignment. So when you step out into the world, you don't have to worry about me giving any assignment. Oh, it's waiting for you out there. So the question becomes, the follow-up questions become, well, how are you interacting with what you're experiencing out there?
Yep.
And that's where we grow from. Everything is about you. It's not about me telling you what to do at all. It's about bringing out the very best in you and how you interact with the world.
So that's a scary proposition, man. We're telling people to learn and own who you are, but then go out into this world that's going to immediately throw unpredictable things that you cannot control out of the gate.
But before you had the conversation, you were out there anyways.
But you were out there with that facade.
Okay.
You were out there with your shield. You were out there with your breastplate, your helmet, of all the things you wanted the world to see you for.
Perceived.
Now, okay, you got your rock and your sling.
This is the work. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And now you're stepping out that door and, it's chilly out here.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's
all of a sudden you realize you're naked.
Man, like it's a cold world, man. Like it's a cold world. So again, like in your book, how do you help, or what do you tell people to help them prepare for that moment, man?
Yeah, and the beauty about this, you mentioned this in the beginning, James. So you said, hey, I see another book in you, Gerren. When I wrote that book in the beginning, I have to be honest and say I didn't know how it came from me. I wrote it out there, and if I hadn't changed from when I wrote that book originally, that's a problem. So I recognize, man, that there is a preparation that's required. Here's the deal. Here's the truth. I'm going through that preparation right now. And as a result of the things that I'm going through and the prayers that I put up and the people that I surround myself with and everything that I'm learning right now, I am building the information necessary to share with others, man. That's being real and being honest about it. We ask for a bigger life, and it comes with all kinds of experiences, and we have to recognize and reconcile with it. So what I do right now is I share experiences with my clients, with the people that I speak to. So as part of the coaching container, I let people know that I will never ask you a question that you cannot in turn around and ask me. I will never ask you to go deeper than I would go with you myself. So I'm very transparent and open with my clients, right? So we're building trust, we're building security within that container. So I tell people the truth. I tell them what I'm going through, what it's been like for me, so that they get a win. And just last week Friday, I met with a friend of mine who we had our initial call, and she almost started to cry, thinking about what it would take, thinking about the sacrifices that she would have to make. And as I followed up with her and her husband most recently, it seems as though she's still leaning into jumping, going full-fledged into building out her own business. So there are some people who are courageous enough, is my point. Yep.
So as we talk about this topic, and as I hear the words we're using, man, and I've heard this from folks who have seen around the community, like it feels scary.
Yeah.
It feels scary. Here you are, author of the book, Fast Track Your Calling. Yep. And you're saying, man, the book was great in its moment, but it's a new moment.
Yeah.
And I need to go back and probably update some pages.
Yeah.
And I think it's important for the audience to know, this is a key. No book that's ever been written is the final thought of that author. No book that's ever been written is the final thought of that author. So, even as we sit here and talk about all of the insights and learnings that led Gerren to write this book, and we talk about the time that's happened since then, even from, I'm sure, the process of writing the book. As soon as the book was published, I'm sure there was like, man, I've learned a lot through the book. And if I were to go back and, rehash this experience, it might have me change some of the things in here. That's life.
Yeah.
That is life. And that's probably one of the most, you talk about stepping out and being scared. That's probably one of the most relaxing realizations that I've come to just believe, is that there is not a finish line. I'm not getting to a finish line. There's no winning this race. There's no completing the mission, if you will. This is a constant stream of steady learning and growth. It is 100% critical to understand your superpower. It's also critical that you continue to keep up with that, because that superpower will evolve over time. It is absolutely critical that you take the steps out, as Gerren said, and go and live life, because life is going to throw things at you that you would never expect. It's also an absolute that those things are going to change and evolve over time. And as you grow, the things that get thrown at you will be bigger.
Yep. 100%.
This is a step by step process where you get stronger, right? And as you get stronger, the headwinds of life will get stronger. The good news is you're stronger.
Yeah.
So the resistance you feel doesn't change. It's the same. It's just you're now tackling bigger and bigger problems. And clearly we've graduated to bigger and bigger problems. Both of you and I are sitting in the middle of bigger and bigger problems. And so, talk to your audience, Gerren, now about maybe, you've got a framework in here that helps people kind of think and serve that up. Talk a little bit about that. Give some context to that.
Before I do that, I'd like for you to share with the audience. I really want your input on this.
Yep.
You talked about the wins getting stronger and stronger, even though we're getting stronger and stronger ourselves.
Yeah.
I think it's something important to share with the audience from your perspective, of course. So you're telling me that it doesn't get easier?
Yes, that's what I'm telling you. I've resorted to this absolute raw self-talk, right? I've resorted to that recently because it helps me deal with the emotion quicker so that I can move on quicker. And I said this on previous conversations, but Gerren really planted the seed with me, and it's really rooted, which is this idea of don't avoid the feelings. Feel the feelings, right? And then move beyond the feelings. And once you felt them and you felt them completely, there's no like pullback, right? Like the future, the future challenges or headwinds that blow from that same direction, all of they become almost somewhat familiar, and you recognize I've survived it. And so I don't need to circle back and spin the block on feeling that way again. But no, it's not going to get easier. That's the honest truth. And it shouldn't. And I'm going to explain to you why it shouldn't. And this is a hard lesson. But I'm going to put it in this analogy. Gerren is in the gym. Clearly you can tell the difference between he and I. He's in the gym a lot. He goes with our boy, Curtis. All right. Yeah. They're in the gym lifting. All right. The goal is to add weight, add reps, add strength, add muscle, add bulk, add all these things. Imagine if they said one day, you know what? Let's take off the resistance. Let's take off the plates. Let's go back down to the bar plus a one plate. Let's cut the number of reps of the push-ups and the sit-ups we're doing. Let's cut the number of time in cardio. Let's cut it.
Yeah.
But my expectation of what I look like doesn't change. How long is it going to take for me to now see conflict in the mirror? That is essentially what not continuing to go through struggle does. Because this idea we've told ourselves that I can just work until I can sit down on a beach, kick my feet up, and enjoy the rest of my life. Just think about that. I'm going to work. I'm going to build up all this muscle, and then I'm just going to stop and enjoy the rest of my life. Well, that rest of your life, if you live your life that way, turns into atrophy.
Atrophy. Very good.
It turns into atrophy. You start to regress. You start to fall back. You start to lose mass. Your mind is less sharp. Your ability to make good decisions is less clear. Your ability to give advice to those you love, who seek and see you as wise, now starts to slip because you are out of touch. You have not been tested. Now, if I put it that way, you would say, well, I don't want to, that's not the way. No, James, that would never happen. Well, what do you mean? What do you mean? What's gotten you there? The testing, the tries, the failures, the recoveries, the resilience, all of these things that are so important to our development. Now they're no longer present. Even in little bits to keep you fresh, they're no longer present because you've told yourself, I need to work to rid myself of that life. What we believe here on Beyond the Comfort Zone is those two things don't go together. Yes, you can change intensity. You can work to try to put them into limit, where you expose yourself to these things. But the idea is you need, not want, not desire, you need to be exposed.
Yeah, very good. Very good. And that's what I wanted. You articulated it so well. I love the story and the analogy. 100%, 100%, man. If I go from lifting on the bar to just doing push-ups, but I don't get the bulk. I don't get the size, and I start hearing people saying, Gerren, you're looking kind of skinny, even though I got muscles on me, so they can tell the difference. And I believe that too occurs if we don't get tested.
And how long does it take? How long does the absence of resistance
take before
people start to say
notice?
Start to?
Not much time at all. Not much time at all. It's,
okay. Okay.
Hey, brother, I'm with you.
So again, what we're saying here is, just to be clear, not only do you need these challenges and resistance, you need a constant stream of it.
God.
That's